All right, if you're running a business in South Africa, there is a date coming up on the calendar that you absolutely need to know about. It could completely change your company's standings, so let's get right into the 2025 BBBE shakeup. Here it is, January 1st, 2025. Now, this isn't just about turning the page on a new year. For businesses across South Africa, this date is a hard deadline. Think of it as a legislative line in the sand, and it's been drawn by the Department of Employment and Labor.
And why does it matter so much? Because on this day, a new law kicks in that could literally wipe 19 points clean off your BBE scorecard. And we're not talking about a slow decline here. This is a sudden jolt to the system that could happen overnight and potentially drop you several BBE levels. Honestly, this is probably the single biggest shakeup to the transformation landscape we've seen in a long, long time. And it all boils down to one brand new piece of legislation that has some pretty massive consequences.
The engine driving all this change is the Employment Equity Amendment Act, or you'll hear it called the EEAA. What this does is it fundamentally moves the goalposts for compliance. It gives the minister the power to set very specific, legally binding demographic targets for every single economic sector out there.
And here's the real kicker. This act brings in a powerful new way to enforce all this, directly tying your company's employment equity status to your BBBE score. And it all comes down to one critical new document, the EE Certificate of Compliance.
So, a new certificate. What's the big deal? How does this thing actually work inside the BBBE framework? And, where does it get all its power from?
Well, the process is actually pretty simple when you lay it out. First, the minister sets the demographic targets for your industry. Second, your company has to meet those targets. Do that, and you get the certificate. And step 4, that certificate is now your non-negotiable ticket to play if you want to do any business with the state.
Okay, so doing business with the state is one thing, but what about the private sector? Why does this little piece of paper matter so much for your BBBE score and, your ability to compete out there?
Well, here's why. The BBBE codes themselves create what the source material calls an inextricable link. It's a direct connection between this new EE certificate and a huge, high-value part of your scorecard. We're talking about the entire management control pillar. That's a massive 19 points on the generic scorecard, covering everything from your board and execs all the way down to junior management. And this just lays out how severe the new rule is. It's totally binary. It's black and white. If you have that EE certificate, great, you're eligible to score those 19 points. If you don't have it, you get a flat 0 for the whole pillar. No partial credit, no almosts, it's all or nothing. The source material really doesn't pull any punches here. It calls this a monumental penalty. And what it does is it turns what used to be kind of an aspirational goal into a hard, non-negotiable, high-risk compliance gateway. You either pass through this gate or you lose all the points. Simple as that. Now, this might seem like it came out of nowhere, but this isn't an isolated event. As we're about to see, it's actually part of a much bigger, very deliberate trend in how BBBE is being enforced. We've actually seen this gateway idea before, right? Just look at the skills development pillar. For years, if you didn't submit your workplace skills plan, you got 0 points for that entire pillar. This new rule from management control is just applying that same logic. It's a clear signal of a move towards what you might call hardened compliance. So with the stakes getting this high, what does this whole shift towards hardened compliance really mean for your company's internal structure and your overall strategy? Well, the bottom line is this. Your HR and transformation teams are no longer just support functions. This change catapults them right to the center of a board-level strategic imperative. Getting your demographics right is now directly tied to your commercial survival and your competitiveness. All right, so the clock is ticking down to January 1st, 2025. What are the immediate, actionable steps your business should be taking, like right now? The source material recommends 3 really critical actions. First, right now, analyze your workforce demographics against the new targets. See where the gaps are. Second, build a multi-year plan to close those gaps. And third, and this is so important, you've got to integrate transformation into your core business strategy. Make it a real KPI for your executive team. Ultimately, this whole shift represents a new, non-negotiable reality for BBE. These compliance gateways are clearly becoming the norm, and that leaves every single business leader with one final, pretty challenging question to think about. Is your business truly ready for this?
Do not forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.